So I just want to do, I'm still sitting here at the school. You can't even click on any of this stuff over there on YouTube. And, I mean, it's just every video you can, I hope more people, like I said, the Sanity Machine inspired me to do my video. I just hope everybody, I mean, instead of watching these idiots' videos, people need to, that see this shit, hopefully get inspired and people start making their own videos. Everybody just make videos. Because they can shut me down. They can shut anybody down. But if we all just make videos and we're just like, well, you know what? We're gonna have you guys, call you guys out on this horse shit. And, you know, and if everybody just took a stand, you know, it's that easy, man. But it's giving me power. It's making things clear. I mean, you know, it's been a couple hours probably since I made that last video, but it makes things clear for me. Yeah, it definitely, it clears a lot out for me, man. Just admitting that, like admitting and talking and saying what's really happening, which is everything's fucked up. And they'll do anything to distract you. See, and that's why this is so important. There's two subjects. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. There's like two subjects that are important. Everything else is bullshit. Everything else is chatter and weird. Why do you think that everything in the world's going on right now the way it is? It's all to distract you, because there's something coming. There's all kinds of cycles. We're right at the end of all kinds of these weird cycles for this sphere, you know what I mean? For this fucking thing that's made, this, the demiurge, damn, you know, the system that we live in, that encompasses this, you know, that, all these different layers that this God and the Satan and all this shit works on. All this shit works on in the same sphere. I'm giving it a name because I'm drawing a blank. So it's feeding off, you know what I mean? It's feeding off all that energy, and it's trying to keep people distracted because it's at the end of a cycle right now, and there's huge things that are I am not even going to even try to guess. I don't even have my own guess because it doesn't matter to me what they have planned. Whatever this God and this Satan and whatever they got planned and whatever's going on, and God's going to stomp on Satan, whatever the fuck the narrative is for this whole thing, I have nothing to do with it. I don't care what they got going on, because I'm not coming back here. As soon as I take my last breath in this fucking meat suit, bud, this universe here will never see me again. I'm gone. I'm hoping, you know what I mean? I'm seriously hoping, you know, and there's ways to do that. You know, anyways. So I won't go too deep into that. I'm just saying it, you know, it sounds crazy because it is crazy. And, you know, you think you're doing the right thing by fighting for the side of the light, you know, by fighting for the side of Jesus and God or Allah or, man, or, you know, if you're a damn, you know, people are political, that's religiously political, so they hold that up, you know, whatever it is, you got to understand this is whole part of a system. If you don't have any pain in your life, if you never had suffering and pain in your life, then I guess you just can't understand why this is so important. And why it's so important to me, because I should have been dead already, but I'm not. I should have been dead multiple times in my life, but I am not. I wanted to give up 9 months ago, but I stuck it out. And now I get to this point and I'm like, well, you know, I better figure shit out. So anyways, yeah, I just want you guys to know that I'm going out with my last breath telling my truth, whether I make it home tonight, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I am completely confident. I have no fear, zero fear of anything. Anything. You know what? Oh my God, I'll tell you a quick story. So I've been afraid of Satan and these demons and thinking I have entities attached to me. My buddy was telling me that I grew up with. He's like, dude, you know, we talk about these, but like, I can't even acknowledge it. Like, I haven't been able to acknowledge it at all because, you know, I got a way out of that shit, and I stayed drunk my whole life, and didn't want to even fucking have to deal with that shit. So what I'm saying is that religion had such a hold on me, like a grasp. And I went through this healing, and this is part of my healing, is exorcising these demons. You know, these demons that have been with me since a very young age. And I have to get rid of them. But I've been scared to death because, you know, when you're brought up in a religious cult, in any kind of cult, and then, you know, a Jesus cult that tells you you're going to hell if you don't group think 24/7. You are scared to death. Even when you get out of that, it just stays with you. Because, and I think what it is, how I would explain it is, this is just all coming to me. I'm intuiting what I'm speaking. I would say that it's because there's so many splits that's why that in every single one is probably on that programming, on that religious programming. You know, until I get back and into my, there's words. You know, my brain, I know I can do this, but I can't do it right now. You know, I'm getting nerve problems in my face. It's probably Jesus trying to shut me up. But yeah, so these, you know, it makes you so scared to even question the narrative, is what I'm trying to say. These things sound crazy, but they're not. These should be things that are, as soon as you come out of the womb, you're being taught. These you should have some ground issues that you're taught, but you're given a narrative, and then you never question the narrative, and nothing ever makes sense, and you always feel in conflict. And the reason you always feel in conflict is because at the beginning you were given a script and a narrative. This narrative was beat into you in some form or fashion, you know, through disciplinary action from your parents or whatever else. And you learned how to stand in line. You learned how to shut the fuck up. You learned how to go like this. You learned when it was okay to say no, when it was okay to say this. You learned what kind of truth is okay to say. You're on a program, is what I'm trying to say. You're programmed. Until you understand that, nothing makes sense. You have to break those programs, and you have to be willing to break those programs. And so all those splits, and then what I'm saying is okay, so this is where I was going. I'm telling you guys a story. Check this out. Fuck, this is crazy. I was on my way to pick my son up the other night. Last night, maybe? I think last night. And it was late at night. I don't, you know, I can't see at night. I mean, I wear glasses, but I can't see at night. And even with my glasses on, like, I'm really paying attention to the road. You know what I mean? Like, I don't drive at night ever, unless I'm picking up kid or I get off work late. So I'm driving at night. I almost get into over to the high school, and then all of a sudden, something started fucking with me. Like, I'm talking hard, and I'm not even going to go into it. I mean, you know what I'm saying about it. If you've been fucked with spiritually, you know what I'm talking about. And I was just like, it pissed me off because, you know, I was trying to get over there. I didn't want to be driving at night. I was almost there. And I was like, what happened? I said, who the fuck are you? Like, who the fuck are you? And it happened just like my healers told me. It appears, you know, and I saw him. No, and he said, Satan. Or I can't remember. Now I'm trying to tell the story. I can't remember. But whatever happened, I saw him. And he was a lizard, a large reptile in Egyptian garb. And he was on a black background, but he was really small, not very big. You know, I didn't have to squint to see him in my mind's eye, but I saw him. And it almost looked like a character, like somebody drew it almost. I don't know, it was weird. But anyways, so And it happens. I'm talking, like, guys, I've been dealing with this depression my whole life, okay? I've been dealing with this fucking depression my whole fucking life. Afraid to call out, to ever say those words that I did. I called out a demon. I called out what that was that has been fucking with me my whole life last night, because I'm getting my confidence. I'm getting my voice back. I'm getting my voice. My healing has come so far. I'm healing things. See, I'm not healing this goddamn spit issue yet, but I'm healing things from way back. I'm integrating, like I'm dropping off some of these splits that my personality created, you know? Is what I'm explaining it the best I can. I don't research it, so I'm intuiting all of this. And then occasionally I just get sucked in like to a verification where somebody is saying the exact same thing I am, which leads me to where I'm at. And the only people I'm talking about are people that that I have listened to. So, you know, I'm not holding anything back. Everything's out on the table with me, you know? It's just, so yeah, there's so much fear, like, to be able to vocalize these words. Like, I got home. Oh, and then check this out. So then I get home and I'm watching, I put on a video by my healers because it's brand new. I just found my healers the few days ago. All this is brand new. I didn't even know what kind of healing. I literally got sucked in and I started contacting them. I still am figuring out their healing methods. Crazy, man. But, and I know this is all jumbled. I know this is probably, I can only imagine how much of how hard this is to understand. And it's because of the fractures. What's happening, why I skip around is because of so much varying degree of, it's like a thesaurus of different splits that I go through, that I consciously go, like, real quick, like a computer, like a Google search engine would, you know? But, like, if it's not fine, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, anyways. So, what was I saying? I got home, I'm put on a video, and I think within the first 5 minutes, she's on there, and she started talking about how the healing that they were just doing, or whatever, you know, she told the person to call forth the thing, and it did, and it looked like a reptile in Egyptian garb, and I'm like, what? And then she said, what's his name? It said Satan or whatever. I think I got it backwards. Either the name was first and then appear second. Either way, it's one of the two. That's why it's fucking me up, is the order of that. And it was the exact same. And I just said, oh my God. Okay. So I shot them a fucking text or a message on that video. So, you know, it's out there. There's evidence of all this shit. I mean, what I'm saying is that I'm only able to be raw, open, and honest. That I'm not able to lie. I'm still able to tell things. Like, I might be able to lie, like, but it's like my other personality is telling the truth. You know what I mean? So it's weird, man. And as I'm integrating, it's getting easier, you know, and things are becoming clearer. And I mean, literally, my healing is happening while I'm talking. Even like during the videos that I'm talking, after I get off, my healing is happening. Even as I say these things, like sometimes I'll stop after I say something, and because it's so profound that because they're things that I've never even allowed myself to think. I was so afraid of the devil and going to hell, you know, and I knew reincarnation was real, but because it was never dealt with, because it was never addressed, that was always an option for me. You know what I mean? And I had so many splits that knew they were going to hell. You know, so it wears you out, man. It's a baggage. It's fucking heavy. It's a heavy burden. And it's good to get rid of, you know. But there's just so much distraction is what I'm trying to say. And until you turn everything off and see, like, for me, I had to fucking turn everything off, man. I mean, everything, like, no music. The only noise I ever kept in my life, you know, when I got this TBI 9 months ago, was binaural beats. So every night I was putting on binaural beats for, like, to help with your brain's neurons and stuff, you know what I mean? It's just like noises. But other than that, man, I turned nothing, no noise. I sat with myself, guys, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why I understand why my compassion and empathy is beyond measure. I feel for the world, but I can't, because there's a lot of shit going on out there. And as long as you're tied into this matrix by, you know, wanting to be back here and thinking this is a good place and thinking, yes, it's awesome. Like, you know, it's really intelligent design. You know what I mean? This is intelligent fucking design. It's pretty fucking wild, dude. And how it works. I mean, you know, if I was just like a mentalist, this would be the place to be. I mean, you could just mentally fucking, yeah, I don't know. But dude, I mean, just to want to come back and think that this is the end game, or that you're coming back to keep on suffering until you learn a grand lesson, and that, no, man, it's all, man, that's where the whole issue is lying. That is the underlying issue. It's a life. It's not even a life philosophy or a religion or anything. It's just you. It's each one of us, you know. We have to understand that we are completely separated from everything outside of us. Everything outside of us is a system that we live in. The whole God, the whole Jesus, Satan, good, bad, white, black, you know, up, down, cold, hot, driving to work every day. This is all a system, man. The spiritual, this is all a system that our soul, our divine soul that comes from supposedly source. I don't know. Look, I don't know the answers beyond this. Think whatever you want. All I know is this is fucked up, and I'm not coming back to this. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself, and as someone who has been beaten before and told to that it's okay and to accept it. I'm not going to, as a grown man, sit here by myself all alone in my vehicle and accept, you know, and say that my life of suffering is due to a loving God who has the best plan for me, who sent his son. Oh, check this one out. Let's get this one out. This is a big one. I've been wanting to get this one. I know this one's going to help me heal. What a fucking joke. They made us as kids feel so bad for Jesus and how he fucking, the Romans tortured him for like a couple days, and, you know, and then they put a crown of thorns on his head, and then they put nails in his hands and put him on a cross, and then he hung there and he sort of bled out a little bit, and then they put a stake in him and knocked him out. Oh my God, put on any fucking war document, put on anything. There's suffering going on. Are you kidding me? That paid for the suffering of the world's sins? Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. You know how ludicrous? I've never heard anybody question that shit like that. And I've always thought that since a little kid. I'm like, because I was abused, and I'm like, you know, fuck, you can torture me for a few days and hang me on a cross and get me the fuck out of here. I was grounded for 2 years straight. It was crazy, guys. It was so crazy. I shouldn't even be talking. See, I got to be real careful until I get my healing, because, you know, I got issues. I'm sitting here with some serious fucking issues still, because I haven't been able to intuit how to heal, because I'm such a matrix, a web of fucking mess, trauma. It's ridiculous. And I've just spent a lifetime of slowly as my body and this physical vessel just has been beaten down, it's given me no option other than to fucking sit with myself and, you know, and have to be honest and figure things out. You know what I mean? And so I didn't have a choice, you know? So being honest like that, it just makes everything simple. And that's why you can't deal with bullshit, because my brain has all these splits, and it's like, fuck, you start talking bullshit, and I'm like, God damn, I gotta create another split to sit here with a smile on my face to listen to you fucking talk about your fucking favorite song by some fucking multi-millionaire who is worshiping the devil right in front of you but claims to be a Christian, and they take all your money and I got to create another split, and I can't do that, guys. I can't sit there and smile at you while you tell me that Trump is going to come. I can't sit there and smile at you and then there's no arguing with you, because I can't argue with you because you can see I'm all by myself and I still can't have a problem putting thoughts together. You know what I mean? So I'm still healing. I'm coming from a place of healing. Like, I'm a wounded animal. Like, I'm hiding in my car. You know what I mean? I'm hiding in my car. Like, I would not go into high school and start talking this shit. Do I believe everything I'm saying? Yes, but I'm not a fool. I'm not going in that high school and saying any of this, because 99% of those people in there would string me up and crucify me on that cross if I said that shit. You know what I mean? That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we're so quick in our mob mentality and in our groupthink to that when we see somebody else, like, and so it creates cognitive dissonance in us, so we're fighting with ourselves. And then, so when you fight with yourself, you want to see somebody get hurt, but you don't want you to get hurt, because you're like, fuck, I don't want to hurt. So you enjoy the hurt of others and you don't even realize it. And so when somebody gets strung up for just even saying an ounce of truth, you're like cheering them on. Woohoo! How dare they fucking speak against our fucking captors, against our Jesus and our Trump and our Biden and our saviors and our Joe Rogans and our Aubrey Marcuses and our goddamn fucking gurus. Oh my God, how dare they? It's weird, man. And then they kill, you know, they're more than happy. It's look throughout history, guys. This happens. Look around you now. Friends and family ready to kill each other over this poisonous substance that your government wants to shove in your veins. Friends and family members are ready to kill each other over whether they should take it or not. When the only thing that this, if anything, this is how sick of a society. This is what I'm trying to say. This is the nitty-gritty of what the fuck I'm trying to say. Because this should be the talking point right here. Is not whether the vaccine's safe, whether I should take the shot, whether the efficacy rate, how long it's been on trial, who's paying for it, what fucking ethnic groups it's affecting. Dude, there's a million. You could research that shit forever and never find the depth of any part of any of that. The main thing here that should be is the people who are supposedly in charge of you, that you pay all your taxes, your money to, that's supposed to protect you. They just bitch slapped you for 2 years and locked you in your homes, punished you. See, and this is so familiar because this is what happened to me as a child. So I recognize, what I'm trying to say is I recognize this behavior. And this is a classic abused-abuser relationship. This is a classic abusive relationship where the abused actually has to rely physically in order to survive in this world, has to rely on its abuser in order to survive. And that's what's happening here. So when they took your punishment away, one day they just it was a magic day. Punishment got taken away. This is exactly what happened to me. This is what I'm saying. I see the pattern. It's the exact same pattern, guys. It's the exact same thing. Like, I'm having deja vu here. Like, I'm like, what? You just punished me, bitch slapped me around in public, told me what to think, punished me, tried to force things into my veins, and then put me through 2 years of it, and then let me back out and told me nothing to see here. I mean, it's just so far, the cognitive dissonance it causes in people, guys, you don't realize it, and that's what I'm trying to say. You don't realize it because you created cognitive dissonance. We were traumatized, all of us. What I'm going through is not just me. It's all of us, just to varying degrees, depending on the amount of trauma. But this is what is important to understand. I hope there's a whole army of souls sticking with me to the end of this, because this is what I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to say that if we all just get rid of our egos and just, allow ourselves to be honest with ourselves and realize, look, if you're outwardly going, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And you're not walking away and thinking twice about something, that's called cognitive dissonance. It's called, and then it creates Stockholm syndrome. So then, guys, then we got Stockholm syndrome. That's why, I defended my mom for years. All I had to do was get away for a few months, and then I delved into the fucking atrocities of this world, the fucking breads and circuses deep. You know what I mean? At 16 years old, deep. That's all I wanted. I was like, give it to me. Because I had so much Jesus, I needed a bunch of Satan. You know what I mean? And man, dude, it's just, what they do is we're constantly looking outside of ourselves for help, and they love that, because you can, as soon as you type help or say help, they're coming, but they got everything and anything. That's why that's why I'm telling you, there's so many distractions out there. I mean, you name it. When really, all you have to heal is yourself. This one little thing. I'm giving you free information. This is the way to do it. This is the way to heal. What I'm telling you is how to heal. This is how to heal, guys. I'm telling you how to fucking heal. It works. It's working for me. You can see what's happening. And the people if you don't know me, I guess you could say I'm a really good fucking actor. I don't know. But for the people who know me, they know who I am. You know what I mean? The other thing everybody always forgets is history is written by the winners. Guys, we have seen them, watched them in public rewrite history in the past 10 years. I mean, just, I'm talking, of course, they've always done, but just in the past 10 years, blatantly, in your face, rewrite history, rename things, not talk about things, brush things under the rug. I mean, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So they rewrite history. So, to get wrapped all up in this, well, I read this history book, so if you find yourself getting into arguments with people in trying to pull history out as a proof for anything, be careful doing that, because, man, oh, come on, dude. As much as they lie to us straight to our face now, you think any bit of history is going to be anywhere near the truth when the powers that be have been running this fucking operation forever? They got you so bamboozled. That's what I'm saying. The only way, what I'm saying, don't take as truth. Let it fucking, if it's hitting you, the way I tell truth, if that fucking truth fucking gets sucked into me, man. But I'm a wounded fucking beast, you know what I mean? I'm just laying there fucking wide open, wounded. So, So I'm sensitive. You know, if before this 9 months ago, I had my physical barrier. I was able to defend myself. You know what I mean? Like now I can talk shit. I can speak my truth now. You know? But if somebody was here, I'd be fighting for my life. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able, I'd be cowering in a corner. This is just who I am, guys. And you're watching me integrate. You're watching me, you know, come together. But I'm gonna wrap this video. I just kept on coming up with points, things that I've been trying to get out. And the reason I'm rambling is because my sister said that she's been watching. So that means the world to me, man. You know? So she wanted me to give her a shout out. So Hannah, this video is dedicated to you. I hope it helps you spark the truth in you. And I love you, honey.